preconceived notion, preconceived stroke. As the ball came, he just, and when they zoomed in, literally his eyes were closed. And then he just moved his bat. It went to a 6. Do you think life will have such chances just like that? That close your eyes and swing your bat any which direction? Life is not. Every experience that comes to us is not coming to us because of some XYZ outside. Who is the initial trigger point for every experience that I am going through? Not my house, not my bed, not my spouse, not my children, not my breakfast, not my routine. I alone am the trigger initial point. Now once you understand that, because where is the unfairness that comes into our mind to react to it or reject it? Why me? It cannot go to anybody else because it is your address given on it. Who gave it? You gave it. You know, people say, I get lot of junk mail, you know. Where do you get it from? You must have enrolled your email ID on some website, some sale offer, some this, some there. Give us your thing, we will give you 40% off today. And then spammed through. Now, we unconsciously do something, and when it starts trickling down as results of experiences, then we try to be intelligent, outsmart the situation. What? This is not mine. See, if the ball is coming at you and you say, this ball is not mine, what will happen? Boom! It will hit you. Yogastaha kuru karmani. Do you understand all the pointers here? Stop reacting, stop rejecting. Stop complaining that it is not your experience. If it is become a part of your life, it is something that you must have to go through. Learn how to go through it. Learn how to respond to the situation, analyze the situation and cater to that situation. Yogastaha kuru karmani. I am just refreshing, sir. I am glad that at least somebody remembered. And then he says, Sangam tyaktva dhananjaya. What is the next step? When we get into a situation, facing a certain experience with a composed mind, but there are so many unknown parameters, unknown factors. To understand, assimilate and cater to those unknown factors, mind should be open. And what we do in satsang is to train that idle mind to become an open mind, so that it is ready, available to look in to the various aspects of the experience as it is coming in. Or else we have the cookie cutter mindset. If it is, I go through that experience many times. The other day, first session, there was this kid. Okay, he comes and says, I thought you would be like all other Swamijis. We have that cookie cutter mindset that we already put the situation in certain framework and expect something out of it to be only in that module. That is called Sangha, attachment to the way the experience should unfold. Does it happen always? That the experience molds itself to the framework that you have given and accommodates itself? Never ever. When it does not accommodate, what happens inside? Frustration building up. Nothing happens what I want. So when people are frustrated and they scream out saying that, my life, nothing is straight. Nothing happens as I want. Is it a fair scream? Put your experiences morning to evening. When we say that, my life is all messed up, I don't know why this happens. It is because we are trying to give it a framework and trying to fit that experience through it. It doesn't happen. So what do? Not throw the experience away or reject the experience. Throw that preconceived notion away. Sangam tyaktva. That is one meaning of Sangha. Second meaning of Sangha is, as we are experiencing it, do not prejudge or go with a judgmental attitude. Whether it be with people, places, experiences. Like I went to somebody's house and the daughter was asking, and the daughter's father was also there, whom I knew. So, Swamiji, Dad, what do you want to eat? The dad said something very beautiful. He said, I like surprises, please surprise me. See, if life did not have that twist of surprise in it, it would not have been this charming. But our effort, our attachment is to know everything before it happens. Second kind of very subtle attachment. And if today, instead of speaking on Bhagavad Gita, I said I could read your hands and your horoscopes or horoscopes, I would have much more crowd. Why? Before life beats me, let me beat life. Let me know what is going to happen. I tell you, in spite of knowing, life still hits. Don't go with a judgmental mind. Remove that attachment. And the third attachment is, once you have gone through the experience, once you have delivered what is required to fulfill that experience, we start biting our nails. Why? Anxiety. Pata nahi kya hoga. I don't know what will happen now. And the statistics say that there is a beautiful temple in Bombay called Siddhi Vinayak temple. In that Siddhi Vinayak temple, do you know the maximum crowd when they get the maximum crowd to that temple? Vinayak Chaturthi, Tuesday, no. Maximum crowd is statistically is just before the results. I would understand even before the exams, Baba takes blessings with calm mind, go. You already done. And now you want Ganeshji, please. I know I have messed up this time. Squeeze me through. Please, please, please. If you do this, then I will do this for you. Bring down Lord to the level of a common businessman or a con man. Do this for me, I will do this for you. I will give you 108 modaks. And this is how we do the vrata. That we have already done the act, just before the result, the anxiety is killing. When should you start with the Lord? When should the prayer start? Before even you prepare for that experience. Take that blessings and then start. तब तो याद भी नहीं है. Not even in our memory list. But when do we remember? People get such anxious, and sometimes the parents are extremely funny. Yes. Parents वाले पता नहीं कौन है वो. There is this mother who called me up and I said, Swamiji, I don't know what to do with my kid. I said, what happened? He does not have focus. Does not listen to me. And you need to talk to that kid of mine. So I give them the time and they come and meet. So both the mother and the child come, but I am looking for. I thought that this kid was a younger one. No, this is the kid, 4.5 years old. Come on, give not me, that kid a break. I usually carry some candies, toffees and things. So I called the kid, filled his pocket with candy and said, go eat. You come inside. Your kid does not require counseling, you require counseling. In your anxiety, you are killing the future of that child. It is like the monkey which was given the job of planting a garden. So he did a very diligent job, dug the holes, put the seeds, covered it. And the monkey loved that mango. So the mango seed in a special location. So every day it would go, water and see. Still it is not sprouting. So it would look around, dig it up, look at the seed and then close it up. Do you think that plant would ever germinate? In our anxious mode, we kill the results which were to be resulting in a beautiful pattern effectively. तोड़ मरोड़ के मार डालते and then feel होना ही था. This always happens to me, nothing good ever happens to me, and blame it on people around. Sangam tyaktva, leave your anxiety, focus on the action that has to be done and leave it at that. You understand Newton's law? Science. स्वामी जी क्या philosophy बोल रहे हैं? Let's talk some scientific way. Okay. Newton's law. What is Newton's law of motion? That is the third law. Every mass stays in its state of inertia or motion unless until an external force is applied. So now you take a ball and roll, a golf ball. You know how, I don't ask this question, I will tell you. You know what is golf? A beautiful walk ruined over a small little silly ball. I know many people have tried telling me, Swamiji, it is such a skill. I understand, this is just for pulling legs. So don't take it seriously and come back again trying to explain golf. So your point is that ball has to go into that hole. All your